I was young, I was around 10, and it was really quite ridiculous, but very cute. And I had a group of girlfriends, as you do, when you're 10 years old, and we started having sleepovers, and we'd get in sugar-induced states and giggle about boys and that kind of thing. And at times, sadly, I'd feel a little bit separate because I was carrying the information about my girlfriends' lives and their families' lives. And I remember one night I said, "Hey, I think I'm psychic and I can prove it to you." And there was various levels of skepticism and intrigue, and I don't even know where I got the word psychic from. But anyway, I turned to one of my friends and I said, you know, you're going to have a new baby brother, and your father's going to get a new job and you're going to move away, and you're going to end up being Edward's girlfriends in about 3 months. And we'd all fall about laughing, and it was really adorable. And then they decided that maybe I could read tea leaves. And it was classic. I'll never forget it. I'm sitting in my girlfriend's kitchen and I'm staring into the bottom of this teacup, and I'm definitely seeing things, but it had absolutely nothing to do with the tea leaves. But it entertained them, and I have fond memories from that time. At 18, I was visiting from England to see my family, and I went with my sister down to a local coffee shop to meet a group of her girlfriends. And a friend of hers, Belinda, had brought along her boyfriend, Danny. And Danny was very quiet and he was withdrawn, and I suddenly started receiving really intense messages about his life. They were extremely visual. And I went up to him and I said, "Do you mind if we speak alone for a second?" And he agreed. And I sat there and I said, "I know this is really strange and probably very uncomfortable, but have your parents been killed? And was there suspicious circumstances?" And he went white. His parents were killed. They were murdered. And I started to tell him the story of his life and convey these messages that I was receiving from the other side. And although he was emotionally shocked, understandably, I knew I was meant to help him. 3 days later, his girlfriend brought him around to my parents' house, and he hadn't slept and he hadn't eaten, and he was really shook up. And so for the rest of my trip, I spoke with him every single day. And it was amazing. I was able to bring him answers and insight and peace and comfort that he never would have ordinarily experienced. And it was the first experience I had with taking somebody through a process to greater healing. And it was remarkable. And I said to my mother that summer, I want to use my gift and I want to counsel people.